Hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about manifesting career and money as well. So in today's video, I want to talk about once you choose to move in the new direction for your business, for your job, for your career, or for making money in general, don't go back to your old version if you want to manifest. This is a very important thing because I've seen the people doing hide and seek. Personally, when I was starting with the manifestation and all that stuff, I was also doing the same because I didn't understand what does that really mean. I was like, okay, you are affirming, you're doing all these techniques, strategies, and methods to manifest, but then you do only those things for 10 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, and then you go back to your old version, thinking the old thoughts, taking the actions from the old thoughts, old behaviors, old beliefs, whatever, and then you don't get what you want because you're saying one thing and you're doing another thing. Your words and actions are not matching with each other. They are not in alignment with each other, and that's why you don't manifest. So today I want to talk about this very important thing to match your words and actions together to get the results or to manifest what you want. Let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing for more such videos. We have a finance planner if you're interested in taking care of yourself, taking care of your money, and you want to plan your finances. It's a PDF download. The link is in description. We have some other resources. All the links are in description. Anyways, this is the one most important thing because we are like, I want to manifest this much amount of money, and then we decide, we choose, okay, and then we do all the techniques, we affirm, we visualize, we script and all that, and after doing those techniques, the rest part of the day, what you're doing is way more important than just doing the techniques, because the techniques you're gonna do for 10 minutes a day, 1 hour a day or so, but then rest part of the day, what you're doing, what are the thoughts you're thinking, what are the actions you're taking, and more importantly, what's your energy? Are you taking the actions from the lack, or are you taking the actions from abundance? Are you taking the action that I don't have money, and you're taking the actions from the fear and doubt, or are you taking an actions that I already have it, and now I'm going to take actions from the abundance, from having that money or having that job and career? That's going to dictate whether you're going to get what you want or not. Because saying one thing, saying things is another thing, but actually doing them, taking it seriously, that's another thing. People talk a lot about doing things, taking actions, or saying some things like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get this, I want this. But then when it comes the time to actually seriously commit to that decision or commit to that choice and taking an action from that choice and decision, there the people lags. There the people feel like, I'm fearful, I'm doubtful whether this will going to happen or not. I'm feared of failure, or I'm feared of what other people will going to think about me, will going to talk about me, I don't have experience, I don't have this and that. And that's where the people don't take the actions from that, and they don't get what you want, because you can't fake the universe, you can't fake yourself. You say one thing and you do another thing will never gonna help you get what you want. You have to stick with your decisions, and once you decide that I'm gonna get through this, or I'm gonna get this, or I'm gonna get $10,000, or I'm gonna buy a house, or I'm gonna get the car, or I'm gonna start with my dream business, or quit my job that I hate and start doing something that I really like. Once you decide and you choose that, and you start taking an actions based on that, not based from the fear, oh, I said that I'm gonna change my career, but it's very hard to change the job, it's very hard to quit my job because the job helps me pay my bills, or because I'm acting from the fear that what if this new business won't succeed, what if I fail. So you are taking an action from the fear, you're taking action from the lack, and that's what you're gonna attract. But that doesn't mean that everybody needs to quit their job and start a dream business or start a dream career. No, everybody needs not to do that. But if you are the person who are really committed on deciding and choosing and sticking with that decisions forever and until you get that, doesn't matter whether it's the rain, thunderstorm, it doesn't really matter what's happening in the 3D, what someone else is thinking about you, what someone else is telling you on your face, it doesn't really matter. You're sticking with your choice and decision. That's gonna help you get the results. If you take an example of the Ford, you might have heard about this very common example of the Ford. When he was building the car, when he was building the machine, or the car, machina, it's like in Russian, but it's when he was building the car, and he wanted the 8 engine eight engine, kind of like a machine in the car. Now I don't really know what is the 8 engine or what is a 4 engine, whatever it is. I don't really know about that technicality of that car or something, but I'm just giving you the example, which is very common and which is a true example. So the engineers, he hired the people to work on building that kind of engine, but the engineer said that it's not gonna happen because nobody ever did it before. It's not gonna happen. They said it's a failure. They said that the Ford is a fake person. He is like dreaming. He's not looking at the reality. They say all that blah 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 information, okay, all that blah 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 things, but the Ford stick with his decision that I want this 8-block cylinder for engine and I want this engine to be made. It's gonna be done because it's done in my mind. I have already visualized it's done, and he stick with that decision even though in the first year of actually working on this project he went bankrupt. He lost all his money and he was bankrupt. Everybody was like laughing at him and everybody was like, oh, this not gonna happen, he is dreaming, and they were laughing, and all the engineers that he hired were actually telling bad things about him, that it's not gonna work and he's wasting his money, time and energy and all that stuff. He didn't give up. He stick with that decision, and sooner or later he succeed. He made that engine which he wanted to build using taking the help from those engineers, and he finally did that because he stick with the decision. He take a non-stop decision that I'm gonna commit to that no matter what happens. And once you decide, once you believe in that, it doesn't matter, don't need to believe in that. If you believe, it's amazing. If you don't, it's not necessary. But once you decide that, once he choose that, he stick with that, and he didn't take the action from the fear, even though he went bankrupt, even though he didn't have the money, but he's still working on his project, he's still working on his dream, he still tell the engineers to work on making that engine no matter what happens, and he succeed. So that's what the decision, that's what the choice that you have to make, no matter what's happening, no matter the things showing you totally opposite in your 3D, no matter what happens, what someone else is telling on your face or at your back, whatever. You don't need to care about what someone else is thinking. You stick with your decisions and you go in that, and you take an action from that decision, from that choice, from the place of abundance, from the place of already having the things that you said that you want to have it, or for having the things that you wanted and you already get it, you receive it, and you're taking an action from that point, not from the fear, not from the lack. Then the things will going to conform, then the universe has to conform with what you want or what you decide for yourself, and then the reality changes. Sometimes it takes few days, sometimes it takes few weeks, months, or sometimes it takes years. So it depends how long it's gonna take. I don't know how long it takes because nobody knows how long it's gonna take, where and how and where it will going to happen. Nobody really knows. If you already know it, you would have already done it, right? But if you don't know it, it's beyond the scope of your conscious mind. That means you have to trust and you have to decide and you have to choose that it's done. It's gonna happen for me because I create my reality. I have the power in my hands, just like everybody creates their reality. And I choose to believe in this thing because I want this thing and I know it will going to happen. You stick with that no matter what happens. Ultimately, sooner or later, universe has to conform to give you what you deserve, what you want. Simple. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Your questions and queries as usual are welcome. You get something out of it, you have something notes, anything, welcome in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye guys.